Dear student, in this lecture, we will learn about metal carbonyls. We cover following topics in this lecture. First, metal carbonyl, its preparation, structure and bonding. Second, we will discuss vibrational spectra of metal carbonyls for bonding and structural elucidation. Third, some important reactions of metal carbonyls. In metal carbonyl, following 3 points of interest. First one, the carbonyl is not a very strong Lewis base and yet it forms strong bonds to the metal in metal carbonyl. Second point is metals are always in a low oxidation state in metal carbonyl like nickel tetracarbonyl, iron pentacarbonyl. Third, 99% of metal carbonyl obey 18 electron rule. But few exceptions, that is vanadium hexacarbonyl is a paramagnetic with only 17 electron, that is stable molecule. It do not dimerize to form 18 electron complex like nuclear manganese carbonyl complexes and dinuclear cobalt carbonyl complexes. Vanadium hexacarbonyl is a less stable. It decomposes at 70 degrees centigrade and it can accept electron to form its anion. This reduction of vanadium hexacarbonyl with sodium metal afforded its anion vanadium hexacarbonylate anion. Now we will discuss some available methodology to get metal carbonyls. A well-known Mons process, Ludwig-Mons process that is used for purification of nickel. Nickel here react with carbonyl gas at 1 atmospheric pressure and at 25 degrees centigrade afforded nickel tetracarbonyl. Its boiling point is 43 degrees centigrade, which undergo this nickel tetracarbonyl undergo decomposition afforded purest nickel. Similarly, iron pentacarbonyl also can prepare by reaction of iron metal with carbonyl gas afford iron pentacarbonyl at 200 atmospheric pressure and 200 degrees centigrade. Its boiling point is 103 degrees centigrade. Iron pentacarbonyl is a yellow red color solid. It decomposes in air and sensitive to light and heat. Most carbonyl complexes can be prepared by reduction. This iron pentacarbonyl can dimerize by photolysis with expulsion of a carbonyl molecule afforded dinuclear iron carbonyl complex, that is Fe2CO9. Its melting point is 100 degrees centigrade. It is orange color solid. Most carbonyl complexes can also be prepared by the reduction of metal salt in presence of carbonyl gas. Example here, chromium trichloride reduced with aluminium metal in presence of carbonyl gas afforded chromium hexacarbonyl. Its melting point is 154 degrees centigrade. However, reduction of rhenium oxide, dinuclear rhenium oxide, reduced with carbonyl gas afforded dinuclear rhenium carbonyl complexes. Its melting point is 177 degrees centigrade. In this reaction, carbonyl gas is act as a reducing agent. Now we will discuss IR and Raman spectra of some metal carbonyl. Here we took examples iron pentacarbonyl. First question, if you see here, the 5 carbonyl region of iron pentacarbonyl showing 2 peak of unequal intensity in IR spectrum. Here one smaller peak and one larger peak in IR spectrum. In IR spectrum, clearly you can see here 2 peak, one larger peak, one smaller peak, this one, of unequal intensity. However, in Raman spectra, this part is showing Raman spectra, it shows 3 peak, one very large intense peak that is at that frequency in IR region, peaks are absent, and 2 more peak that is broad, that is 3 peaks are observed in the Raman spectrum. Now we will try to understand the nature of these peaks with the help of symmetry. It depends upon the number of carbon-oxygen stretching band. Based on its symmetry, its iron pentacarbonyl belongs to D3H point group. We treat each carbon-oxygen stretching vibration as a vector. Then determine the symmetries of the set of vibration by application of symmetry methods. Since iron pentacarbonyl belong to D3H point group, so its character table are given here. In right hand side, its irreducible representation in coordinates are shown here. Its H is equal to 12. That indicates it is order of its point group. It 12 you can get, it is 1 identity and 2 C3, 2 and 3 C2 and 1 sigma and 2 improper rotation and 3 sigma B. If you add it, you will get its order, that is total number of operation in this point group is 12. D3H point group contain following symmetry element, that is E identity, 2 C3 axis, 3 C2 axis, 1 sigma H plane and 2 improper S3 rotational axis and 3 sigma B. Its irreducible representation are given here, 5 in case of identity, in case of C3, 2 and in case of C2 operation, that is 1, in case of sigma H mirror plane, horizontal plane, that is 3, and it is in case of improper rotation, it is 0, in case of sigma B, that is vertical in case of 3. Irreducible project that you can find with the help of vector that remain unchanged during this operation. Irreducible representation indicate how many vectors remain unchanged during a particular symmetry operation. Like in case of this identity, all 5 vectors remain unchanged, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This all 5 vectors remain unchanged during identity operation. So irreducible representation of identity element is 5. Similarly, through C3 operation, only 2 vectors remain unchanged. If you rotate through this axis, so that 1, 2, 3, these 3 vector will be changed its position, while this that is along the C3 axis, that 2 vector will not change, so that irreducible representation for C3 operation will be 2. While in case of similarly C2 operation, only 1 vector remain unchanged, that is parallel to C2. Suppose that along this, so only this axis will be remain unchanged, this vector remains, and other 4 will be changed during the C2 operation. So only 1 vector will be remain unchanged. So it is in case of C2 operation, the irreducible representation is 1. Similar in case of sigma, that is horizontal plane operation, the 3 vector remain unchanged. That vector belong to all 3 equatorial this one 1, 2 and 3 vector carbon, all three equatorial carbonyl group. In case of improper rotation, 0 vector remain unchanged, because so its irreducible representation will be 0, while in case of vertical plane, 3 vector remain unchanged. 3 vector lie on the mirror plane. If we decompose these irreducible representation, we get its reducible representation, that is represented as R dash is equal to twice A prime plus A2 double prime and plus E prime. This is a reducible representation. So that among these symmetry operation, this A1 prime and A2 prime, this one and E prime, this only these three mainly Raman are active. If you compare this reduction from irreducible representation to reducible representation can be done with the help of this formula, that is n, capital N is equal to 1 upon h sigma x psi r per power x dot psi I per power x dot n per power x. Here capital N is equal to number of times a particular irreducible representation in the representation being reduced, that will be calculated with the help of this formula, and where h is the total number of operation in the group, that is in case of D3H prime here 12, and this psi r power x is the character for particular class of application, x in the reducible representation, and psi x is the character of x in the reducible representation, and nx is the number of operation in the, like these all value we put in this formula, we can get the n value of n for a particular symmetry element. Now one examples we are showing here, that is for A1 symmetry element, here h value is 12, 1 upon 12 in bracket 5 into 1 into 1, here 2 in bracket 2 into 1 into 1, because here it is a 2 times C3 axis, this is a 3 into 1 into 1 and then 3 into 1, and here 2 by improper rotation axis 0 into 1 into 1. If you calculate it completely, then A1 prime will be, A1 prime value will be get 2, this 2 times A1 symmetry will be active. Similarly A2 prime, if we calculate, we get value 0, and similarly E prime symmetry element value we calculate, that is 1 time, that is E prime, and A1 double prime we calculated, that is also 0, and A2 double prime also calculated 1 time A2 double prime, and E double prime symmetry element, its value calculated 0. So therefore its reducible representation from these decomposition you can get 12 A1 prime plus A2 double prime plus E prime. In order to determine which modes are IR active, dipole moment in that particular symmetry operation must be changed. It can be simply checked of the irreducible representation that correspond to x, y and z, that correspond to x, y and z coordinate, and a cross check with the reducible representation is necessary if they contain the same, the mode is IR active. The result is that vibrational mode include 2 A1 prime and 1 each of A2 double prime and E prime symmetries. Among these, only A2 double prime and E prime is IR active according to D3H character table. Since one of these is non-degenerate and the other doubly degenerate, should we expect the IR spectrum of iron pentacarbonyl to show 2 carbon oxygen stretching absorption of unequal intensity, because A1 is, A2 is here singly degenerate, E prime is doubly degenerate, so 2 intensity absorption peaks are observed. Larger peak for E prime symmetry element and smaller peak for A2 double prime symmetry operation. In order to determine which modes are Raman active, means in particular that operation polarizability will be changed. The irreducible representation that correspond to x square, y square, z square, or x square dash y square, or xy, xz and yz is used and again cross checked with the reducible representation is necessary. If they contain the same, the mod is Raman active. Among 2a1 prime plus a2 double prime and e prime, these only a1 prime and e prime are Raman active. However, a2 double prime is inactive. However, e prime and Raman and I are both active, and a1 prime and a2 double prime is only Raman and I are active respectively. So in IR we get two peaks of unequal intensity because a small peak belong to non-degenerate A1 prime symmetry, while larger peak belong to doubly degenerate E prime. In Raman spectrum, we get three peaks for A1 prime and one from E prime. Some IR frequency of mononuclear carbonyl complexes are given here. In case of tetrahedral complexes, that is nickel tetracarbonyl, we get two absorption peak at 2125 centimeter minus 1 and 2045 centimeter with A1 and T2 mod of symmetries. While in case of trigonal bipyridinal iron pentacarbonyl, ruthenium pentacarbonyl, isonium pentacarbonyl, here also two peaks are observed, one larger peak and one is smaller peak with A2 double prime and E prime symmetry element. In case of octahedral complexes, only one peak will be observed. Here IR active modes is T1U. Now we will learn about vibrational frequency in polynuclear carbonyl complexes. Polynuclear carbonyl species had bridging carbonyl ligand along with terminal carbonyl. The terminal carbonyl represents that a carbonyl ligand bound to a single metal atom. It is relatively unchanged from free carbonyl, that is free carbonyl bond remain triple bond, that band order will be near about 3. The free carbonyl frequency is observed at 2143 centimeter minus 1. However, in case of terminal carbonyl is occur from 2125 to 1815 centimeter minus 1. While bridging carbonyl ligand with 2 or 3 metals are very close to organic carbonyl group, where carbon oxygen bond order is found nearly to 2. The bridging carbonyl frequency observed in the range from 1850 to 1700 centimeter minus 1. However, for saturated ketone, it is 1750 plus minus 10 centimeter minus 1. It would be fast to think bridging carbonyl as a ketone because the metal carbon metal bond angle is 90 degree or even sometimes it is less than 90 degree. However, in case of ketone, it is 120 degree. Bridging carbonyl ligand always accompanied by a metal-metal bond, which leads to extensive delocalization in the metal-carbon-metal moiety involved in overlap of metal orbital with sigma bond and pi orbital of carbonyl. The IR spectrum of metal carbonyl provides important information on the nature of carbonyl group present. also help to distinguish between a structure and only terminal carbonyl. You can easily distinguish with the help of IR spectra that particular compound is a bridging carbonyl complex or it is only terminal carbonyl complex on the basis of IR spectrum. Terminal carbonyl absorb frequency in the range of 1900 to 2100 centimeter minus 1. However, in case of carbonyl bridging the two metal, its structure are shown here. Carbonyl group bridge between the two metal shown here like this, and its frequency absorbed around between 1750 to 1900 centimeter in this range. If this carbonyl bridge between three metal, its structure are like this and absorb IR frequency in the range of from 1600 to 1850 centimeter minus 1, that is very close to the organic ketone. Cobalt octacarbonyl and manganese decacarbonyl B can draw following two ways structure, a structure A and structure B, and both structure A and B are follow 18 electron rule, but through X-ray study structure A is always observed. So this type of problem we can easily solve with the help of IR spectrum. If we recall cobalt carbonyl complexes, so in case of if this structure is the bridging carbonyl peaks also observed at lower intensity, and if it is in this case only terminal, that is higher frequency absorption will be observed. In X-ray study, this structure A in both cases are observed. Now we will see the IR spectrum of this cyclopentadienyl Fe2CO का whole 4. Here two carbonyl are act as a bridging ligand and two carbonyl are act as a terminal ligand. Here two carbonyl, that is bridging between the two iron atom. This iron atom show a sharp absorption frequency at 1800 centimeter. This one peak. It shows that it accounts for low symmetry complex because the both carbonyl groups are nearly collinear. However, the terminal carbonyl show two high frequency for these and these two around 2000 centimeter minus 1. Now we will discuss binding mode of the carbonyl to metal. First, we will refresh our knowledge about molecular orbital diagram of carbon monoxide. In diagram, you can see highest occupied molecular orbital or binding molecular orbital, that is 3 sigma. So, the lone pair tightly bind with the ligand carbon atom and act as a weak Lewis acid. However, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital is anti-bonding 2 pi that can easily accept electron from metal. D orbital by back bonding. In this way, electron density enhanced between the carbon and metal are due to sigma and pi back bonding with metal. A lone pair on the carbon atom of carbonyl acts as a Lewis sigma base, that is an electron pair donor, shown in figure A. This carbon, this lone pair is coordinated to the metal orbital, and the empty carbonyl anti-bonding orbital acts as a Lewis pi acid. Here carbonyl empty anti-bonding orbital are shown here that can take electron from the metal pieces. In this way, it acts as a electron pair acceptor, which accept pi electron density from filled d orbital to the metal atom shown in this figure. In this way, it forms back bonding. Carbon monoxide is not a good nucleophile, which suggests that sigma bonding to a metal atom is weak. As many d-metal carbonyl compounds are very stable, we conclude that pi bonding is strong, and the stability of carbonyl complexes arises mainly from the pi acceptor property of carbonyl ligand. Due to this, only electron-rich d-metal form carbonyl complexes. Main group metal do not form carbonyl complexes because they are not electron-rich. Now we will discuss some important reactions of metal carbonyl. Anionic carbonyl complexes, also called carbonylate ions. Carbonylate ions can be prepared by reduction of this carbonylate are chromium tetracarbonylate ion, manganese tetracarbonylate ion, iron tetracarbonylate ion, and cobalt tetracarbonylate ion are isoelectronic and isostructural with nickel tetracarbonyl. Carbonylate ion can be prepared by reduction of metal carbonyl. Here manganese decacarbonyl reduce the sodium metal to afford manganese pentacarbonylate ion. Similarly, iron tetracarbonylate ion can prepare by reduction of trinuclear iron carbonyl with sodium metal. However, metal carbonyl can reduce by use of base like hydroxide ion. This iron pentacarbonyl can reduce with hydroxyl ion afforded tetracarbonylate iron, and this also can be reduced, and manganese carbon can be reduced with by use of pyridine. This is also strong base afforded manganese cation and manganese carbonyl anion complexes. However, manganese decacarbonyl react with pyridine afforded its cation and anion complexes of manganese carbonyl. Similarly, manganese decacarbonyl react with bis diphosphine ligand. This one is full form given here. Afforded cationic and anionic carbonyl complexes. The acidification of this carbonylate anion afforded hydride complexes. Cobalt tetracarbonyl carbonylate ion protonated with hydronium ion afforded cobalt tetracarbonyl hydride complexes. This one. However, rhenium pentacarbonylate ion protonated with water afforded pentacarbonyl rhenium hydride complexes, while iron pentacarbonyl can protonate by reaction with hydroxyl ion, that is base. Hydroxyl ion first attack on a carbonyl carbon atom in iron pentacarbonyl. In this reaction, hydroxyl ion attack on carbon atom of a carbonyl group of iron pentacarbonyl to generate carboxylate ion. This carboxylate ion rearrange to give iron tetracarbonylate hydride ion along with carbon dioxide. This iron tetracarbonylate ion, hydride ion, protonated with hydronium ion, afforded dihydride iron tetracarbonyl complexes. It is the first carbonyl hydride complexes synthesized by Walter Heber in 1931. That's why this base is also called Heber base. It is a yellow color, liquid and unstable above minus 10 degrees centigrade. It behaves as a dibasic acid in water. Its first pK value is 4.4 and second pK value is around 14. The large difference in both pK value is evidence for that both hydrogen atoms are attached with the same iron atom. The stronger base can be protonated with acid that are even weaker than water. Here, iron tetracarbonylate ion can be protonated with ammonia, give bridged monohydride chromium tetracarbonyl complexes, carbonylate ion, while chromium pentacarbonylate ion can be protonated with methanol. While this chromium pentacarbonate ion can be protonated with methanol, afforded chromium pentacarbonate hydride ion, while chromium hexacarbonyl can be protonated with borohydride to give pentacarbonylate chromium hydride complexes. This pentacarbonate chromium hydride complexes react with more mole of chromium hexacarbonyl, afforded bridged carbonylate complexes. However, many decacarbonyl complexes can be protonated with hydrogen gas, afforded pentacarbonyl manganese hydride complexes. However, in case of cobalt metal, react with carbonyl gas and hydrogen gas, afforded cobalt tetracarbonyl hydride complexes. The whole content for this lecture I have taken from these two books, Inorganic Chemistry Seaver and Atkins and Inorganic Chemistry by J. Hui. Thank you very much. In next lecture we will discuss about boron and carbonyl cluster along with Bede